and gentlemen, welcome to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. I'm Dante Payne, your host for this evening, as we, or day, or whatever time it is, because it may be early morning where you at, maybe night where you at, but whatever time zone frame that you are at, welcome to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. I'm Dante Payne, and like I said, it's going to be an exciting show for you today. If y'all wonder what Dragon Sports is, it's a show that breaks down music. Well, I should say not break down music. We play music, independent artists, local artists, you name it. We play music, and then we sit here, we chop it up, and we talk sports. Try to give you a little bit of news of what's going on. Try to give you a little bit of opinions. But in all actuality, that's what Dragon Sports Live is. Without further ado, let's get right into it. I don't know if you guys been watching y'all baseball lately, but you know, them Sox and Cubs been looking really good. I come in them on that. Like, when I say they've been looking good, they've been looking good. It's a exciting thing to see. I really want to see that, I really want to see a Crosstown Classic World Series. Now that, I would love to see that. I would pay money to see that. Most definitely pay money to see that. So I would love, they've been very high, and they've been firing on all cylinders. So it's like, if we get a Crosstown World Series, it's a win-win situation for me. Because think about it. I grew up in the middle of Chicago. So if I go this way, I go one way, it's Sox. Go the opposite way, it's Cubs. And when you grew up in the middle, yeah. Because Cubs currently been on the Sox been on a 2-game winning streak. And the Cubs been on the 3-game winning streak. Right now, they're currently tied for first in the Central with the Brewers, and they've been red hot. I'm liking what I'm seeing. Like I said, both Cubs and Sox are sitting in first place. Tampa Bay still in first in the East, followed by Boston and New York. Then you got Sox, Cleveland, and Kansas in the Central. Oakland A's sitting in first with the Astros second and third in the West. You go to the National League, you got the New York Mets sitting in third. We'll talk about more about the Mets in a second because they seem like they're going through a little bit of struggle, but they're still currently sitting in first. Phillies sitting in second, followed by the Braves. Milwaukee and Cubs share first, St. Louis, and then the Reds. So in the West, you got San Francisco Giants still holding down the top spot, followed by the Dodgers, and then the Padres. I just mentioned the Nets, right? Mets next, Acre Drum. He left his last game with soreness in his elbow after 80 pitches pitched. And it was like inflammation tendonitis in that elbow. But he's not expected to miss any time. He's not expected to miss start. He's still going to ball. But that elbow thing has been bothering him. I'm just hoping that it's not Tommy John. Just hoping it's not that. Because, like I say, he's been having elbow. He's been out because of the elbow. So I'm just hoping that it's not that. And he just, taking a week off because they are week off. His next scheduled start would be when is it? Hold on. The next game. And DeGrom also has a lowest ERA by a pitcher through 10 starts. Just ahead of one. McCraw's .59 and 56. He's at .56 right now with an ERA. Lovely. So, it is that, like I say, he was pulled out the 80 pitches, but he will expect it to make his next scheduled start for the New York Mets despite having to leave Friday's game after 6 innings with a flexor tendonitis. So he all good. He's still there. He's still balling. And he's just going to continue to move. And then we got controversy, surrounding Cubs, but mainly first baseman Anthony Rizzo. So his decision not to get the COVID-19 vaccine, he was trying to take basically taking time to see the data in all of it. Like the Cubs are one of 18 in baseball who hasn't reached the 85% baseball vaccination threshold, which will allow for a loosening of restrictions. They still required to wear masks in the dugout and need permission to leave their hotel on the road, for example. But Rizzo is a cancer survivor, so yeah. And he normally meets with fellow cancer survivors, or I should say young cancer patients. He knows the decision not to has drawn strong reaction. Both sides of the debate. But he's definitely not against getting it. He just don't, a lot of people with this COVID vaccine, they don't want to, they trying to see the numbers. Some people like, okay, I've been fine this time, so I'm not going to get it. Others, like, they base it off the numbers, and they watching the numbers like, I understand. So, hey. We did have a couple injuries, though, happen. So, Nationals placed reliever Daniel Hudson on a 10-day IL with right elbow inflammation on Saturday. He is 4-1 with a 2.59 ERA, 35 strikeouts in 25 games. And he joined the season, and he joined the Nationals mid-season with the trade from the Blue Jays and recorded the final 3 outs in Game 7 of the World Series a few months later. So he does have a history of injuries. So he has he had 2 Tommy John surgeries between 2012 and 13, and that's why he's with the Diamondbacks. When y'all talking about elbow inflammation, nah, I'm good, real good. Diamondbacks GM Mike Haddon takes leave of absence as wife deals with cancer. So he's not with the team right now, and he's taking a physical leave. So, yeah, that is what it is. It's game time. It is what it is. But how y'all doing? Feel free to comment on what y'all think is going on in the baseball, football world, and basketball world. And that's how you say it. So, y'all remember good old Chris Sale, right? Used to play for the Sox. When they won the World Series, he was there. But now he's with the Boston Red Sox. He is determined to return in 21. Despite he's been out for 15 months now with the Tommy John surgery, but he's determined that he's going to make his debut in 21 in this season. And I hope for the best for him. I hope he come back because there'll be one power hitter pitches that the Red Sox would need right about now, especially in this little slump that they've been in. Hope that you're able to come back. Now, on the other hand, Rangers designate Davis for assignment. Now, when you get designated for assignment, that means either they're going to plan to release you or they're going to send you down to AAA. So, that's that. Now we did have some unique, and I mean unique, justice. So, Brandon Crawford played in his 26 game at shortstop for the Giants. When you play 1,326 games at shortstop, that's a great feat. That's it's awesome. Wish I could play that many games, but I'm not in baseball. But like I said, I wish I could play that many games. So, big ups to that. Keep it up. Just stay healthy. Stay on your grind. Stay doing you. What makes you feel good? What makes you relax? Keep up the hard work. And don't fall off. Nationals do lose pitcher Austin Voth. He got hit in the nose by a pitch. So basically, he got a broken nose. And they placed him on IL. And then we know Hall of Fame was supposed to be coming up for baseball, but those who are elected, they will have to wait. So that's Jeter in the game. They're going to have to wait till September 8th. That's when the Hall of Fame will be held. At the same time, it'll be limited, like some fans there, limited fans there. So rookie blunders in MLB. I got a few for y'all. A few. So Pirates rookie, Ke'Bryan Hayes, he gets a home run, starts to walk, but guess what? He forgot to step on first base. So that run is taken away. And sometimes that happens, but he missed that base by 3 inches. The manager for the opposing team called for a challenge, and to see that, and they reviewed it, and they overturned his whole run. So basically, it's an out instead of a home run. And I know you got to feel embarrassed about it, because I would too if I forget to step on the base. That's why if I was playing baseball right now, I would be stepping on every single base. Make sure I step on it, double stump on it, triple stump on it, jump on it, and then keep it moving. Matter of fact, I might, if I hit a home run, I'm going to hop around the base. I'm going to do the bunny rabbit hop all the way around the base. Hope that's not against the rules, because I don't want to, I don't want that. Don't want that at all. But anyways, enough of me ranting. If you want to hear this or catch this podcast, you can tune in to iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts, and type in Dragon Sports Live. I love how it rolls off of my mouth when I say it. Make sure y'all get that. Make sure y'all check it out. And if you want to see the video of it, you can go to youtube.com and type in DONPE1. And that's the way you do that. Haha. But anyways, we're going to take a quick break. And when we come back, we talking football. Y'all know what's going on. The Saints quarterback battle and the QB troubles for the Green Bay Packers. And more. So stay tuned after this quick break.
I see you, baby, transparent as the smoke that's filling up my room. Elusive, never can I touch you. Cover your pretty with my passion. Fantastic hallucination. Can you taste my thoughts while I indulge in your liquid courage, babe? Feels like we're making love. Strawberry kisses from your sugar cane lips. Heaven must be right beneath this. Eyes to the ceiling as we throw bits of your pure euphoria to take me. Do you hear it? Can you take me there? I got a feeling that you gon' let me get, and I ain't talking about the sunshine. I got a feeling that you gon' let me get, and I ain't talking about the sunshine. I got a feeling that you gon' let me get, and I ain't talking about the sunshine. I got a feeling that you gon' let me get, and I ain't talking about the sunshine. Could you be my high? Would you be my rollie when it's grind time? Couldn't work. My employees, TV on my Apple bar. Feel it in your chest, girl. Like the cherry watch. Our vision is slow. Our words bold. My thoughts are filthy. Baby, filter me. No stems, no seeds. Yes, I'm staying still. I love the way this feels. Ribbons in the sky, blowing in the wind. Let's go a little far. delicious. Oh.
Michio Beats.
Ooh, Taj.
Yeah. She know she had. She know she had. She with a scrub. And I'm to a bag. She know she had. She know she had. She didn't believe in me. That's why she sad. She know she had. She know she had. I'm doing a dash. Get to it fast. She know she had. She know she had. Text me saying, hey, big head, deleting that. Didn't wanna let her go. She too busy out the door. Yeah, now she acting like a whore. She ain't never wearing clothes. Yeah, she can do what she want on Instagram, tryna flaunt. Yeah, I done had it up to here. I ain't never shedding tears. Yeah, I don't trust a sneak. I'm a drip that's leak, but my love run deep. She took that away from me. I don't trust a sneak. I'm a drip that's leak, but my love run deep. She took that away from me. She know she had. She know she had. She with a scrub, and I'm to a bag. She know she had. She know she had. She didn't believe in me. That's why she sad. She know she had. She know she had. I'm doing a dash. Get to it fast. She know she had. She know she had. Text me saying, hey, big head, deleting that. Get money is all that I know. Yeah. Don't trust none but God, you know. Yeah. Get money is all that I know. Yeah. Don't trust none but God. Hey. Her heart cold, yeah. Just leave me alone, yeah. Take you back, I don't know, yeah. That body make me wanna fall, but I can't go, let them know I'm so cold, yeah. Rock and go, head to toe, yeah, you know, yeah. You chose your life, I paid a price, could've been dipped in ice. Next time you see a dude grinding, bet you think she know she had. She know she had. She with a scrub, and I'm to a bag. She know she had. She know she had. She didn't believe in me. That's why she sad. She know she had. She know she had. I'm doing a dash. Get to it fast. She know she had. She know she had. Text me saying, hey, big head, deleting that.
And we are back. Like I said, welcome back to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. If you just tuning in, I am Dante Payne. And if you wonder why you see colors changing, it's because I'm messing with the lights in my background. I have LED lights set on my desk. They're fun. I'm going to have some more put up around. I'll probably do that once I'm done here. But anyways, so Jonathan Joseph, he announced his retirement after 15 seasons, realizing a childhood goal of making to the NFL. Now, he has made 4 stops along the way. The Bengals first, then the Houston Texans, then Tennessee Titans, and Arizona Cardinals. So, and he signed in the summer of 2006. He's been supported. He's thanking family, AJ, and everybody. And now he's off to other things. So that's that. But with all those ACL injuries that we had last season, a lot of those players are actually on track. Saquon Barkley is one of those. He's on track, but doesn't know the status of week 1 yet. So he's just taking it day by day. And yeah, he's taking it day by day, while others are set to improve themselves. Even though Logan Thomas had a breakout season last year, but he wasn't quite established as a red zone threat. So now he's trying to establish himself as a deep threat, and he's been studying tight ends like San Francisco's George Kittle, Kansas City's Travis Kelce, and Las Vegas Raiders' Darren Waller. So he's going to make himself better. He feel like it's more on the rise. And I love that motivation that I see from him. Like, he want to put in that work. Like, you going to acknowledge me one way or another. I'm going to be that deep threat. You're going to guard me no matter what. That, I love that. I love that mentality. But you also got Ryan Fitzpatrick, who loves to throw the ball, so he's going to be utilized. So, Australian Bernhard Someone gets a second shot at the NFL at the Cardinals. He is a tight end and looks like, sitting down, you think back and you feel like you should have been a little bit more patient. So, hey, get it. He went back to his hometown and honed his skills, and, let's see. Let's get that second shot. See what you're going to do. We got a little QB competition, but at the same time, they're trying to support each other. Because y'all know the post-Breeze era is happening, right? So, with Jameis Winston and Taysom Hill, even though they're supporting each other, but somebody's going to get that starting job. We don't know who. It may be Hill. It may be Winston. It may be them switching. It may be both of them with that QB special play set. So, we don't know, but I would like to see Winston come back. I kind of want to see if his eyes improve since he said he had LASIK and he can see better. So, I want to see that. I feel like Taysom Hill is more that specialty quarterback, or you bring him in as a backup, or let him come in play one half, and you let Winston play one half. I think that's how they going to roll. I think that's how they going to do that. That is my guess. But, yes, I'm ready to see that. And y'all know Green Bay Packers is in drama. So, last season, at the end of last season, they only had 2 quarterbacks on the roster. Now they have 5 quarterbacks on the roster. So they just signed Jake
5G.
Dolograph after a minicamp tryout, even though he didn't get that many reps, but they like what they seen. So now your quarterback depth chart looks like this. You got Aaron Rodgers, Jordan Love, Blake Bortles, Kurt Benkert, and Jake Delgado. Now, he recently was signed with the Cincinnati Bengals in 2019 as an undrafted free agent out of Central Connecticut, and he spent last season in the New England practice squad. So I'm like, I knew that name sounded familiar, but I couldn't remember why. And y'all know Rodgers was holding out during mandatory meeting camp. So Jordan Love took the bulk of the reps. Out of 31 snaps, he took 26. So let's see what goes on and what happens with that. But I don't know what it is or what they're going to do about Aaron Rodgers' situation. Like the prolonging situation, like come July, it's, it is what it is. And then Kansas City Chiefs hopes to get Kyle on by the start of regular season after knee injury in practice. We did have cornerback Sam Bill plead guilty to firearm charges stemming from 2020 arrests. Don't know what that's gonna do for his spot on the team. Like, cause of that or cause you've been a troublemaker. Let's see what happens. Let's see what goes from there. And yeah, I can't say the least for that, but at least you know what you did and you take responsibility for it. That's all I can say. And y'all know who else is having frustrations? Yeah, that's right. That young man named Russell Wilson. He's saying, basically, Russell Wilson was saying that there are unfortunate frustrations after last season, but he wants to stay in Seattle. So Wilson will be joining several of his veteran Seahawks teammates in reporting to the final week of organization activities. And I knew they weren't going to give him up. Like, even though he said he wanted out, it was because he was frustrated. Nah, you want out some way. If you ain't getting the right protection, you gonna want out. And that, oh, it was unfortunate frustrations after the season. Nah, you was frustrated, beyond frustrated. So that is what it is. But we're gonna take a quick break. Coming up here on Dragon Sports Live, we are talking playoffs, and people are missing, and people on the verge of sweep, as well as WNBA. So let's take a quick break and be right back. Right back. welcome back to another edition of Dragon Sports Live. It got dark and droomy in here. And I also forgot to mention, Julio Jones touchdown in Tennessee, and he's going to be rocking number 2. Y'all feel me? Number 2. But on top of that, the 49ers are bit by the injury bug yet again as they lose 2. They lose offensive lineman Justin Skule, ACL tear, and Tavares Moore to Achilles tear. So they are plagued by injuries, and that's not looking good because Justin Skule is one of the main members of that offensive line. And, you lose one on offense and one on defense. Now, granted, you're going to hopefully get the rest of everybody else back by week 1. Jimmy G, Raheem Mostert, Kittle, and more. Hopefully you get them, and Richard Sherman, all them people that was injured. Hopefully you get them back by week 1. But if you've been watching the playoffs, then you know that all these games, with the exception of a few, have been good. So, the Nets take game 1 against the Bucks, but then they lose hard in the process. On top of that, the Bucks take game 2. Or I should say the Bucks went 2-0, and then Bucks came back. They battled back, and now it's 2-1. Then you got the Suns and Nuggets. Suns right now lead the series 3-0 with Chris Paul and Devin Booker been balling out of control in these playoffs. Especially Chris Paul. Chris Paul would start out, let's say he'll have about 4 points, 6 points, maybe 8 or 6 in the first quarter. Come fourth quarter, he got 21 points, 10 assists, and he's a mid-range sniper. Like, he can shoot the 3, but he get in that mid-range around the free throw line. Oh, that's easy pickings for him. And he likes to make you dribble and make you dance. I'm liking what I'm seeing for the Suns. And I hope they keep it up. And, that might be the first sweep of the second round. That might be it. In all, it's a good series. The Jazz leave the Clippers 2-0. And it's not looking so good for them right now. Utah, like the first game I watched, Utah couldn't hit the save of their life. Then turn around. Second half came. Utah go crazy. Next game after that, Utah go crazy. So, it's looking pretty good for Utah Jazz. So, yeah, and then on top of that, the Clippers lose Serge Ibaka with back-to-back surgery. So, yeah, they lose Ibaka to back surgery. And Paul Pierce wasn't looking good. He was looking like Bubble George. George Paul, as Skip Bayless says, but that's how he was looking. We got a lot going on. Did I miss the series? Oh, Sixers. Hawks. Hawks take game 1, and then the Sixers battle back, and they take 2 and 3. So, right now, Sixers lead up, but that's because Ben Simmons stepped up to the challenge. He kept missing wide open opportunities or passing up on them. Go to work, young man. Go to work. But it's a different team when you have Embiid in the lineup. When you have everybody in the lineup for the Sixers, it's a whole different team. So, and you don't really have anybody 7 foot that can kind of hang with Embiid. Capella can hang, but don't really have that big man. So, yeah, looking forward. We got some good games tonight. We got the Utah Jazz game 3. That's tonight. I forgot to mention that we had a couple injuries in that game. Because Green left that game with a strained calf. And, like I said, game 2 is tonight. Game 3, my bad. Game 3 is tonight for the Clippers Jazz. Again, they will be without Michael Conley as series goes to LA. Local side, Raptors, Pascal Siakam is likely to miss the start of 2021 due to an injury that he sustained. Yep, he undergoes shoulder surgery, so he'll miss 5 months. You know who else went under shoulder surgery? Bulls Kobe White. So he'll be out into training camp after surgery. Cause y'all know his is at least 4 months. He'll be out as the latter stage of training camp after going surgery repair a left shoulder injury he suffered over the weekend. But he is averaging 15 points a game, 4 rebounds a game, and 5 assists a game while shooting 41% from the field, 35% from 3-point range. That's that. Things happen for the bus. Hoping Nuggets not looking to be sweep. He's like, that's the last thing you want, but they have rewrote history before, so let's see how that goes. And let's see if Donovan Mitchell comes out red heart firing on all cylinders like he has been in the last couple games. 45 one game, 37 the next game. So let's see what he does. Chicago Sky did come up with the victory the other day as they coast past the Indiana Fever 83-79. And we also have the LA Sparks versus the Minnesota Lynx tonight at 7 Central. Candace Parker with 20 points. Dawson with 11. Cooper with 14. And Quigley with 16 off the bench. Now, most of your bench scoring came with Tina McConan at 20 points. The Chicago Sky are 4-7, 3-2 away. While the Fever are struggling this season, 1-11. So, let's see what happens as the season progresses. Hopefully they can get better, or they will be looking at a number 1 pick. So, yeah. Let's see where it goes from there. Let's see how and when it goes. We did have a couple coaches. So Pacers fired their coach, Nick Borgen, after 1 season. About to look for more coaching experience. He was let go. And Jason Kidd pulls his name out of the coaching thing for the Trailblazers. Like, he felt like that it's not the best interest, and it wouldn't look good. Like, that would be a lot of pressure, and he ain't trying to get no added pressure added to him, especially with everything going on, because there's other good candidates out there, and he's fine right where he's at right now. So, and we had Pat Riley fine, as well as Daryl Morey fine for tampering. Those fines can go from anywhere from 25K to 50K. And it's just because you saying something about another person on another team, like, oh yeah, like Pat Riley said, you're always welcome to come back to the Heat. Sometimes I don't see how it's tampering, but I guess I understand. To understand. So, Coach K is going to retire at the end of the season in NCAA. They already have his coaching protege is already lined up for him. And then Connecticut's son, Jaquil Jones, will miss most of June to play in the FIBA tournament. And then both the sisters, Sparks, Nika Ogume, as well as Chimi Ogume, will be out. Nika is out 4 to 6 weeks with a knee sprain, or I should say knee soreness. And Chumi Ogume is week to week, because remember, she had the ACL tear last year and she sat out last season. So she's coming back slowly but surely. So she is day to day. Yep. Tom Thibodeau wins Coach of the Year. Big ups to him on that. And that's also his second award. So, like what he's done with the Knicks, like how basically Rose rejuvenated himself, and he's just showing you why he's been at where he's at. He's going to end up getting a Sixth Man of the Year award if he keeps continuing to come off the bench like that. So, yeah. If y'all want to catch more of Dragon Sports Live, tune in on iHeart, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or whatever you get your podcast for another edition of Dragon Sports Live. I'm Dante Payne, and I'm signing off. Catch you on the next show. Make sure you stay tuned, subscribe, like on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Dragon Jump Pro, YouTube, Dragon Jump Productions. Look it up. Until then, deuces. I'm out.